Hello everyone, myself Dr. Jayashree Thavre welcoming all for our regular teaching but online. Due to this pandemic, we are not supposed to take the lectures in our classroom, but we have to study virtually with the help of some ICT tools. Today I will take your first lecture on structure and properties of water of paper 1, plant physiology and biochemistry. Water, you all know water is very essential for our regular life. For each and every individual who is living needs water to complete their daily needs. Water, that is H2O, which is its molecular formula, is a normal oxide of hydrogen in which the two hydrogen atoms are joined to oxygen atom by covalent bond, forming an angle of 105 degrees. Since oxygen atom is more electronegative than hydrogen atom, the electrons of the covalent bonds tends to be attracted towards oxygen atom. This results in partial negative charge on oxygen and partial positive charge on each hydrogen in the water molecule. Because the partial negative and partial positive charges are equal, the water molecule carries no net charge in the on its and it becomes a neutral. However, partial negative and positive charges on two sides of water molecules make it polar molecule, with the result that positive side of one of the molecule is attracted towards the negative side of another water molecule, forming a weak electrostatic chemical bond between the polar water molecules, which is called as a hydrogen bond and is represented by dotted line. The hydrogen bonds present in between the water molecule provides water with unique physical properties. See, this is a structure of water. Okay, here the oxygen atom, which is having a negative charge, partial negative charge, and they have two hydrogen atoms separated by 105 degrees, and this hydrogen atom carries a partial positive charge. This partial positive charge and this partial negative charge, they are equal in number, or we can call as equal in power. That's why they ultimately they don't carry any charge on it, and the water molecule becomes neutral. Here in this particular figure, water molecule is joined together by a hydrogen bond. This dotted line shows the hydrogen bond between oxygen atom and hydrogen atom. This hydrogen bond is very weak, but a number of hydrogen bonds are there and they form a strong force of attraction between oxygen molecule and hydrogen molecule. For breaking this particular hydrogen bond, a large amount of energy is needed. Got it? The third, this particular structure is of water molecule which forms the tetrahedral structure in ice. This is oxygen atom, this is two hydrogen atom. Got it? And this is oxygen atom, one hydrogen atom is attached to here. Here hydrogen atom is attached to the oxygen. This is a single oxygen molecule, this is a single oxygen molecule, and they have the two hydrogen bonds. Here oxygen and hydrogen bond having the dotted line means hydrogen bonds, and they form a crystalline tetrahedral structure in ice. Got it? That is, we already know that particular oxygen and hydrogen atoms are covalently bonded hydrogen atom and strongly electronegative atom with a lone pair of electrons, such as nitrogen or oxygen, and is represented by a dotted line. The energy of hydrogen bond is lesser than ionic or covalent bond, but its higher van der Waals forces of attraction, it varies from 8 to 42 kilojoules. In plants, hydrogen bonds may also be formed between water and other substances, especially those which contains electronegative oxygen or nitrogen atoms, when lone pair of electrons. Hydrogen bonds are of tremendous biological importance, especially because of N, H and N bond that enables complex proteins and nucleic acid to be built up. Here some of the physical properties of water. Natural water, that is the rain or rainwater, spring water or river water, is never pure. They contain dissolved substances in it. However, pure water is colorless, odorless, odorless liquid with molecular weight of 18 Dalton, melting point 0 degree centigrade and boiling point 100 degree centigrade, and they have the maximum density of 1 gram per centimeter cube at 4 degree centigrade. Means water start freezing from 4 degree centigrade. At 4 degree centigrade it has the maximum density. Some of the physical properties which are very important for studying the physiology of the plant. First is specific heat. The amount of heat energy required to raise the temperature of unit mass of a substance 1 degree centigrade is called as specific heat. That for pure water it is 1 calorie. The specific heat of water is higher than other liquids. It is due to the hydrogen bonds between water molecules. When temperature of water is raised, the water molecule vibrates faster and absorbs large quantity of energy to break the hydrogen bonds. Therefore, it has a relatively large input of energy to raise the temperature other than any liquid. Specific heat of water is a great importance to plant in protecting them from potentially harmful temperature fluctuations. Yes, the second physical property is latent heat of vaporization. It is energy required to convert liquid into gas vapors. At constant temperature for water, the latent heat of vaporization is 44 kilojoules at 25 degrees centigrade and is highest known value among all liquids, because water needs to break that particular hydrogen bonds, and to break that hydrogen bonds a lot of energy is required. That's why latent heat of vaporization is also higher in the water. Third is latent heat of fusion. It is the heat energy required to convert unit mass of solid to liquid at the same temperature. Here means from ice phase to water phase. Okay, to melt 1 gram of ice at 0 degree centigrade, 80 calories of energy needed, which again is a very high value caused due to presence of hydrogen bonds that we already told. Even though ice has fewer hydrogen bonds but molecules than liquid water. In ice, each water molecule is joined to 4 others by hydrogen bonds, forming a tetrahedral structure. I already told in that particular diagram that tetrahedral are arranged in such a way that ice crystals are basically hexagonal. Okay, in this way the latent heat of fusion is also higher in water. Next property is cohesive and adhesive property. It is a very important property. Mutual force of attraction between like molecules, such as in water due to hydrogen bonds, is called as the cohesive force. On the other hand, attraction of water to a solid phase such as cell wall or glass surface is called as adhesion. Means water molecule and cell wall, they have the adhesive force. That cohesive and adhesive properties of water are of great significance in the ascent of sap in plants. Ascent of sap means upward movement of water. So for that the continuous water column is must, and that continuous water column is maintained due to this particular cohesive and adhesive and hydrogen bond between the oxygen and hydrogen atom. Next physical property is of surface tension. Surface tension results due to force of attraction existing between the molecules of a liquid at the open boundary surface of the liquid and is measured by force per unit length. Got it? That surface tension is also higher in the water molecules, and surface tension which gives transpiration pull and facilitate ascent of sap in higher plants. Due to this particular surface tension, water column in the xylem tissues may raise from meters in the hundred of meters. Next is tensile strength. It is the ability to resist pulling without breaking and is measured as force per unit area, Newton per square meter. That is, cohesion of water molecule gives water a high tensile strength which enables water column in xylem element of stem to be pulled to the top of tall trees without breaking. The last characteristic feature is of water as a solvent. It is a great excellent solvent due to the polarity of water. This particular water becomes an excellent solvent. Water dissolves greater amounts and its wider variety of substances than any other common solvents. Water is specially powerful solvent for electrolytes and other substances such as sugars, proteins, etc., which have polar OH and NH2 group. Water forms a shield around charged ion or charged surface of solvent due to its polar nature, thereby decreasing the electrostatic interaction between charged substances and increasing the solubility. Water is very important for the plant life. No plant can survive without a water. Water is best known solvent and provides a medium for movement of molecules within, in and in between the cells. Almost all molecules of protoplasm owe their specific biochemical activities to water and the environment in which they exist. Next characteristic feature is that the structure of macromolecules such as proteins, nucleic acids, polysaccharides and other cell constituents are greatly influenced by water. Water takes direct part in many biochemical reactions in cells such as hydrolysis and hydration, dehydration. Water is also one of the raw material in photosynthesis process. Through respiration, water plays an important role in controlling temperature of the plant because the excess of water is released through released in the process of transpiration in the form of water vapors, which ultimately cools the surroundings of that particular plant. During absorption of water by roots in plants, soil minerals are also brought by streams of water near the root surface for absorption. Contrary to animals, the plant cells contain central vacuole filled with cell sap and other large intracellular pressure, which called as turgor pressure. Turgor pressure is essential for many physiological processes in plants such as cell enlargement, stomatal movement, transport of solute in phloem, transport processes in cell membrane, maintaining shape or form of the plant tissues, emergence of young seedlings from the soil, etc. Water is most important factor for agriculture productivity. And the last one is water is an essential factor in completing the life cycle of lower forms of plant life as well as aquatic higher plants. That's why no living being survive without the water. For completion of for physiology of that particular plants or animal, water is an essential factor. Without water, we can't imagine the world or life. We can say that. These are some references which I used to prepare this PowerPoint presentation for you. Thank you.